This video is about the AI paths that you have to drive to let them know where they shall drive on the track. I mean the fastest, the left, right, block and wet path that can be defined in the AIW. And I just want to demonstrate some things now, so I don't drive a line that I would normally drive to get a fast AI path. For that I will record another video. Now I just want to show some things. For that you have to take care if you create these paths. So I enter the AIW editor, hide the driver stats. Now I let the waypoints being visible. Go back to the menu, enter the path sub-menu, and in the first drop-down where you can select the existing paths, I select the fastest because I want to record the fastest now, and then I click record a new best path. You can see waiting to cross line. That means if I drive now and cross the finish object that normally is at the start finish line, the recording starts, and when I cross it again I can save it or drive another lap. Okay, so we start now to record the lap. Okay, now we have the best time from 50 seconds and a little bit, and you can see the option reset fastest time here. If you save this time in the AIW file now, you have to, and you are not satisfied with that lap and you want to record a new one, you have to be faster, because only the fastest time gets noticed by the game and you can save it to the AIW file. So if this lap time is saved, or if you drive another lap without saving it, this will stay as long as no faster time gets driven. So sometimes it can be that you are maybe more satisfied with a slower lap, but you feel it was a better lap, but then it gets not, you cannot now save it because the old time is faster and will be kept. So if you drive another lap and have passed the X-Finish object, reset the fastest time, click this button before you cross the X-Finish object again. This reset fastest time will set it to 99999, so you always will be faster, but you have to do that to get a new lap being able that you are able to save that. Because now it doesn't matter how fast it is or how good it is. I just stop recording fastest and save waypoints. Then I go back to the path submenu, and this time I select the visible actionable path drop down, also the fastest. Now you can see it appears here, and I want to show you some things that are important that you take care of them and fix them. One thing is that what you can see here, where the X finish object is, the lab starts recording, and when you finish it again, the lab can be saved or whatever, and it's almost never you match exactly the path from the beginning when you finish the lab. So we will almost always have this an offset here, and even if you don't see it, there may be one, and this is the reason why why the AI cars slow down at this position. I will demonstrate it in a few minutes, because there's another similar thing. That is at the pit exit. As you can see here ends the pit waypoint path, and here it meets the fastest line on track. So also here the AI will probably slow down here, move to the left, and accelerate again. I will demonstrate it. I'll let the AI leave the pit now. Let it drive a lap to check these both areas, how the AI car behaves there. As you can see, it slows down and makes a move to the left, so there's no smooth line there. Now we will check what happens at the start-finish line. Normally with that offset in the fastest path, it should slow down there too. Yes, okay. So we have to fix these two areas. I will start here at the end of the pit exit. Again, go to the paths submenu, and the fastest is still selected. And now you can manipulate the line to get a smoother join, get the AI join smoother to the fast path when they leave the pits. To move that line, you mark a waypoint, and then you can move the line that is related to this waypoint. And to move it, you use the keyboard, the left control key and the left and right arrow. So you can, as you can see, you can move it. And you can also move it slower to be more precise, what is necessary in some cases. If you want to do that, you click or hit Control, Alt and the arrow keys. You can see now it moves very slowly. Okay, so we mark that last point of the pit waypoint path and move the path completely to the main fastest line. As we move the pit out line to the main line, then it exactly matches the line. Then we unselect that waypoint and select a few waypoints in front of it. Okay, we try it out in this way. As you can see, the last one where we have moved the path over there is not selected, and these are selected. And now in the menu under manipulations, I use the option, the button normalize curve. You can see that the line gets positioned in another way that should be a bit smoother than it is now. Okay, and unselect all, save waypoints. Now we go to the offset at the start finish line. Good. Here, to get rid of that offset, we mark 10 or 15 waypoints in front of the offset and (10 to 15) behind of it. And you always have to select a complete row. You should not do that, because that leads to bad results. Always select a row to get correct results. Now we again use the normalized curve. You can see that the line gets smooth again then, that area. Okay, that is done. Then we unselect all, save waypoints. And now sometimes you have to leave the track and load it again to get the changes taken from the game. I just try it now without that. Maybe it works so too. So I let the AI leave the pit again. Okay, it still slows down a little bit. Now let's check how it behaves at the start-finish line. That is okay. There's no slowing down anymore. So we have to manipulate it a bit more here at the pit exit. So we again select the pit waypoints, but this time a few more. could be enough. And again, use the normalized curve. Unselect all, save waypoints again. And try it out again. That looks much better. At least there's no slowdown anymore. I normally would leave it as it is now, because that looks okay. I also would recommend to do the same thing at the beginning of the pit path. As you can see here, normally when the cars that drive on track are on this white line here, and you can see the pit line starts here, and this is also, there's no connection, so it probably will slow down a lot here too, move to the right and accelerate again. So we do something similar here. We move the end of the line to the main path, again with the Control and arrow key. This is a bit more time consuming to test, because you have to let the AI drive with fuel only. And yes, you have to test this several times. So try to match or to get the end of the pit line exactly on the main line here. Then you do the same as at the pit exit. Mark a row of pit waypoints again, but think it, never select that too if you smooth the line, and always do the normalized curve here. Also do the normalized curve. Oops. Maybe you have to select it too here. Oh, now you can see that it gets completely off. I have selected the wrong one. Okay. Go to the garage without saving. It normally should redo it. Load it again. There is no undo option in the AIW editor, so sometimes it's a bit time consuming to edit it. Okay, again, we move the end of the line over to the main line. Okay. And we unselect the first waypoint. Select a row again. And do the normalized curve. Now it works better. Okay. As said, you normally have to test it, and maybe you also here have to select if you more or less. I don't want to do that to make that to not to have the video being too long, but that is what you have to make for all paths, and you should make it when you are satisfied with all paths, because you don't want to make it every time you drive a new path. The only thing what you should do every time is the smoothing at the start-finish line, because if you want to test your line, let eDrive, you don't want them to slow down there. So that is can be done quickly. This is more time-consuming, the smoothing at the start and at the end of the pit line. Now just one last thing, to the left and right paths. When you record them, for example the left path, you go to the Show Height menu and activate Show Grid Positions. You don't have to show them, you just have to show the waypoints that are here on the top, the special waypoints. Click Show Special Waypoints, that they get displayed. The reason is the following: when you record the left path, drive at this line where the waypoints are from the left grid line, and when you to completely to the end, always stay on the waypoint line of the grid spots. And it's the same when you drive the right path. Always stay on the line of the right grid waypoints. The reason is that the cars, if the line is on the totally right or totally left side of the track, sometimes makes a strange move before they start. They go from their grid position to the left and right path, so they make a move to the left or the right, and if you drive the paths in this way over the waypoints here, you can avoid that. Okay, that's it so far with the paths. As said, I will record another video where I will show some other things how the paths can be recorded or driven. Okay, so this was it here. Okay, I've forgotten one thing, and I will show that now. Again, go to the Path submenu, and as you can see here in the drop-down, you only see the fastest left and right. That are the default paths that get predefined or preset in the if you create a complete new AIW file. But because you can also set a block and a wet path, you have to add these paths, and that you can do also here from the menu when you click on name a new path. We take the block path and just type it in and hit enter and escape. Now you can see that it was added here, and it's the same with the wet. Again, write it here, enter and escape. Now you have passes left, right, block, wet. Okay, now I hope I have nothing more forgotten. I of course have forgotten another thing, and that is the fuel use value in the AIW file. That, in my opinion, is a completely senseless value. And yes, from the beginning on, from rFactor 1, the estimated fuel usage per lap was never shown properly in the menu, and it still don't works. And so this value in the AIW file makes no sense at all, in my opinion. But to not to have it at 0, we can use it or generate it here too. We enter the AIWEdit again, and enter the unsupported test options again. And here you have the option simulate fuel usage 0 to 33442. That normally should be already the value that was calculated with this car. Click it, and if it changes to something like that, the same number in front and behind, just save it. When it stays at 0 to a number, then drive a complete lap and click it again, and then you should have the same numbers on both sides here. And then go back and save waypoints. And then the value should be written into the AIW file. As you can see it here, 33,442. Okay, now we have also that last thing. I hope that was all now.